guys, welcome back to the Anchor Media channel. My name is Tatum. I am the CEO of Anchor Media and the executive producer. In this video, we're going to talk about 3 ways for free that you can market your podcast. Podcast marketing is super duper important because that's how you get listeners to your show. And when you have listeners on your show, you make money. And so it's important to get as many ears as possible to your podcast. Also, a lot of people, when they go straight into creating a podcast and marketing it, you go straight to social media. So you feel like that's where you need to be to market your podcast. And that's not true. There are things that are tried and true for podcasting specifically that's going to get listeners to your show without you being glued to every single social media channel. And that's one of the things I love about the tips and the tools that we work with our clients on, is they're always so relieved at how much time they don't have to spend on social media to get the listeners that they want to get. And so I'm going to share a few of those things with you guys today. So the first thing that I want you to do when marketing your show for free is to make it easy for your audience. Something that I did way back when, 5 years ago, when I first started the podcast, I created this ambassador program, so to speak. And so what that meant was I pretty much created graphics for every episode so that my audience could share it with their social media pages. So I didn't have to show up because they were doing the promoting for me. So I pretty much had like this digital promo team of people who love the show and who are willing to share and talk about it. And I just made it easier by providing them things like the audiograms or the graphics and quotables and things from the episode that they can post. And when you make it easy, it makes it easy for people to then go in and share those things and tell their communities about your show. And so this is something that you can do as well. I know you're going to create those graphics for yourself and for your social media pages. That's the easy thing. That's what everybody goes to do. But take it a step further and provide some materials that your audience can share on their platforms as well. The second way to market your show is utilizing SEO, which is search engine optimization. So this is just a way for you to use all of the text that is attached to your show to make your brand, your podcast, your platform rank higher in various search engines. Now, the way that you do that for podcasts, because it is audio based, is you do things like you add metadata and ID3 tags to the audio file. You do your keyword search and you find that the tags and the words that you need to add to the file, and you do that so that when you upload it, again, when people are searching for your type of content, you start to pop up. Another way to utilize SEO for podcasting is via your show notes, your episode titles. Wherever there is text, make sure that it is SEO optimized so that when people are looking for your type of content, they are able to find you. Also, when people are looking for similar content, you come up as a recommendation because you're using the same words and the terminologies that these other shows are using. And a way to take it a step further that we realized that has worked recently is to get your podcast episodes transcribed. There are plenty of platforms that do that, like Podscribe, which is a technology software. So whenever we upload an episode, about 20 minutes later, we get an email with the full transcription of the show. It's tech-based, so it happens quick. There might be a couple of words that weren't said, that weren't typed out correctly because it is technology. So all you have to do is go in, clean it up, and upload it to your website as some type of blog post or something like that. So again, when people are searching for your type of content, they're able to find you, and they may find your website first, and then that will bring them to the podcast. And we've actually noticed that has happened with our show and others, is that when people are finding us, a lot of new people are finding us via our website, and that's because of us using search engine optimization. And this last one does incorporate social media a little bit. I want you to go live while recording your episode. A great place to do this is YouTube, because YouTube is a search engine. And so if you want to spend any time focusing specifically on a platform, I would suggest YouTube for your podcast. But going live allows you to connect with your audience in real time. It makes them that much more involved in the process because they get to see the bloopers. They get to see the banter with your guests before the show actually starts. They get to see that you're a human, that you're a person, and that this is a process. And it makes them that much more excited to listen to the final product when it comes out. So go live while recording your episode. And the great thing also about doing it on YouTube is you could just let it stay there. So you don't have to go and create and produce this whole video podcast if you don't want to. You can just let it play as a behind the scenes. So people are going to expect, certain bloopers, like I said, or certain outtakes and things of that nature. That's to be expected because it's a behind the scenes recording. But again, it allows you to have that additional video element, because video is right up there with audio as far as the top content type. So you do want to incorporate video with your podcast. But again, it also allows you to engage with your audience and then have something on YouTube that's present that's also SEO optimized, so people can find you there and then go and subscribe and tune in to the podcast. And also YouTube is somewhere that you can then monetize as its own individual platform once you meet the qualifications. So I hope these marketing tools help. Quick recap. Number one, free way to market your podcast is to make it easy for your audience. Provide them with those materials that they can then post and share with their platforms. Number two is make sure that your show is SEO optimized. And then number three is go live. Use video to engage with your audience. That's it for this video. Again, make sure you guys like, subscribe, hit that notification bell so that you don't miss when we post another video.